dial, you're gonna get, rejected, 50 times before you get a yes.
Yeah.
So like for me, it was just like I'm just gonna keep going through from offer to offer to offer until I find one that sticks, and that was gonna be kind of what I'm working with.
This is where no place, no thing, no circumstance can stop you from becoming the person that you want to be. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the YCGM podcast, another episode. Today we're talking to Matthew Duarte, a young superstar who came into this digital clothing space. As you'll find out soon, he was a little unsure, a little scared, a little nervous, but he took the next step and he's seen a lot of success, just had a huge month. So let's hop into the interview. Let's talk to Matthew, find out his experience and how he found value in a company where he's made himself a huge asset. Let's go. Matt Duarte, what's your journey like, man? Like what brought you to digital clothing? And then we'll get into all your success with your company and all that here in a second. But what brought you to digital clothing? What got your eye? Because I think a lot of people come for different reasons. It could be travel, it could be lifestyle, it could be making money online, replacing their income. What was it?
Yeah, so I've kind of figured out about your company, remote sales, all that this past, and I was just like, man, I get to work from home.
Yeah.
I get to work from where?
How old are you right now? Are you 20?
I'm 20.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But I took the course when I was 19. I turned 20 in April. Yeah. But and then I was like, I got on the phone with I think Jacob.
Okay, Jacob. Yep.
Yeah, and I was giving him some pushback. I was like, oh man,
I don't want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just like I was just like, fuck it, man. I grabbed my credit card, gave him my shit, and then just from there it was like no turning back. So yeah, then basically taking the course, I'm doing the training, this and that, and I'm just reaching out to people. I'm going on Facebook groups. I'm just finding people in the space, and I come across this guy who's a salesman. He's like, yeah, man, I'm basically working on this offer. It has, I need appointment setters. I need people who are willing to do cold calling. And I was like, dude, I don't have no problem dialing. I have no problem reaching out to people. So I was like, sure, fuck it. And I was like, what's the, what commission percentage you're thinking? He was like, maybe like 10, 15. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll do it for 20.
Make it 20, baby. Yeah. So you closed him immediately.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll do it for 20. He was like, damn. He's like, it's a little more than I wanted. I was like, yeah, but that I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna take care of the CRM. I'll do all of that shit. He was like, all right, man, like, yeah, let's do it.
So did you know how to do the CRM? Like, or did you just like?
Yeah. No, I figured it out once I told him I could do
exactly.
it. Exactly.
So. Yeah. You landed. What CRM are y'all using?
Monday.com.
Okay, Monday.
No, not going. Monday.com. Yeah.
Okay, so you hop in, you immediately take action. I think that's one of the things we've changed probably since you started. We put a new verification in where within the first week you got to go and find a company to work with. So we're trying to get wins really quick. Yeah, before you even have the skill, because most of the skill it comes when you get live reps. And so most of our people right now, they find a position and then we're training them into that position, which has really helped us a lot. But it sounds like honestly. You and a lot of other people are big inspirations for that, because some people come in and they take the bull by the horns like you and they go do it, and then there's other people that just kind of wait around and wait for it to come for them. So it sounds like you went out there, found the position. You found it on Facebook? Was that the platform?
Yeah,
that's the best place to find it. And then
it definitely wasn't the first person that I talked to either.
No.
So many people, and it was just deals. I actually was doing closing calls for this company, and I just after I had 5 or 6 calls, I was like, this is a dead end. I was like, the offer just wasn't strong. I don't think they were providing value. So then I was just like, okay, I'm done with that. And then it was just almost like, damn, maybe this maybe this shit's not for me.
Yeah, you about gave up. That's normal.
I kept it on. I just kept keeping on, and here I am. Now I need more setters.
Okay, I love that. Let's get to that in a second, because I want to dial in. I want to lock in with you and help you build the team. So you had that point where you found your first position and it was trash. It may not have been like a good fit for you.
Yeah.
And then there's that moment where you're like, yo, this may not be for me. What made you keep going? Because I think a lot of people at that point, they hit that first little piece of resistance, and it may come like, yo, I can't talk. The resistance for a lot of people comes like, yo, I can't find a company, which is the easy part. It's every company in the world, like yours right now. You just told me I need setters, I need closers. That resistance, that little piece of like doubt, like, damn, this may not be for me. This may not work. This may be hard. This may be difficult. It comes to a lot of people. What kept you being able to like take that next step? Or is it just you? Is that just who you are?
I think I'm just like a persistent person. I'm like, I knew that there was a need for what I was trying to do, and I knew that, like the more it's basically like sales. Like the more you dial, you're gonna get rejected 50 times before you get a yes.
Yeah.
So like for me, it was just like I'm just gonna keep going through from offer to offer to offer until I find one that sticks, and that was gonna be kind of what I'm working with. So
I love that.
I met this guy, and here I am.
And so you got the position, and then what happens? Are you actually cold calling for him? Are you?
Yeah. I'm that's the thing right now. I've spent a lot of time. I did a lot of prospecting. I got a bunch of qualified clients or qualified prospects into our CRM, and then I just I'll go through it. I'll give them a call. I'll send them a DM. I'll do whatever. I'll reach out through different channels. But now it's getting to the point where I don't want to I don't want to do that part anymore.
Well, you're a unicorn then, because most people are all pretentious. That's how I had to start. Like, I'm not going to do the prospecting, which is cool. But if you really want to provide a company value, if you can go create the lead, if you can create the opportunity, it's over for you.
Exactly. And I think that's, the beauty of is the fact that since I'm doing that, I'm, in the contract, it's 20%. And then I kind of had a conversation with him. I was like, listen, I think I'm ready to build out a team. I was like, well, we'll take that 20% and, I'll give it, we're going to obviously like cut it up and give it to those guys, to our team. So
are you his top guy right now?
Yeah, I'm his only guy. Let's
go. Hell yeah. So, all right, let's talk about like your success. What's been your best month? What's been your best month? It could be sales, whatever. If you're comfortable sharing.
Let me do the math.
Okay. Take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know. Bro, you're kind of a lot like a lot of other people in our program. The people who have success, they go out there and they have success, and a lot of times you don't even hear from them. You know what I mean? Like they're winning on their own, and so it's good to hear. It's good to actually, see if you're building a team, you're having some success. I can tell you.
Yeah. So it's like a 30-day free trial, and they obviously only pay after the fact. And the thing with free trials is, I already told them I don't think you should be doing it anymore, because people go in, they get the free trial, they get where they a little bit of growth, and then they're like, okay, I'll take over from here, thanks.
Are you closing?
I'm not closing. He's doing the closing.
He's doing the closing. So it's an easy close, though, because it's a 30-day free trial. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So I've closed 2 clients past month, $15K retainer, so $6,000 a month. Probably my best. Yeah, that's been my best month. So.
Wow! Congrats, bro. Congrats.
Thanks.
Because a lot of people don't make $6,000 at their 9 to 5.
And it's like, bro, the thing is, I've been trying to build out a team, and people are just like, they'll make 6 calls. And then they're just like, yeah.
That's the problem. You got to keep them motivated. We could talk about that too. Well, good stuff. Would this guy let you close eventually?
Yeah.
Do you want to close?
Right. Yeah, I think so. I mean, right now there's no need because the volume is pretty low. Like I said, it's only me.
Yeah.
So.
That's big time.
Yeah, I think. Okay. I think like in my head, like the vision for me is build out a team to the point where I don't need to be doing setting anymore, and then the volume gets so high on his end where it's like his calendar is getting booked. I'm like, yo, I know the offer. I've been talking to these people for 3 months now. Let me just
second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Okay, so next step for you is building a team. You're tired. You're a little tired of prospecting. That's normal. Can you? This is what I would propose to you, bro. Why don't you talk to your guy. How are you getting leads right now? LinkedIn? Facebook?
LinkedIn, Facebook. I go into Facebook groups.
Is it a
There's this
B2B
website,
offer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And there's this website called bark.com, and you can kind of just search for professionals in a certain space, and then, I kind of do a little bit of qualifying, like just based on their page. Like if their page looks like shit, they're probably not making a lot of money,
Right.
and they're not aspiring to make a lot of money. But if their page is professional, they have good reviews, this and that,
Okay.
then maybe they'll be qualified. So that's kind of how that goes.
This is your superpower, bro. I don't know if you need setters off top. Like, one of the reasons you're probably losing some setters you brought on is they don't want to actually do that. And it's tough to get some people who are hungry. So you need somebody who's disciplined, somebody who really wants it and really buys into the vision. But what I would do, you know how to do the prospecting. I would go hire a VA from the Philippines for $2 an hour. Teach them everything you know. Because the prospecting is honestly it's like a VA job, right? If we don't need to put this out in the air, we don't got to put this out in the air. I think it's valuable. I would go to your guy and say, look, I want to bring on a prospector, because you're the secret weapon, and you train this prospector to be you. And this is not an appointment setter. This is somebody who makes $2 an hour, they're actually maybe $2 to $5 an hour. Two's like you could start them off and then move them up. But are you a contractor with him?
Yeah.
1099, right? So this is your own company. You should go train as many people to do not the appointment setting. When you appointment set them, what's the process? Are you going out and messaging them and getting them on the phone, or are you taking them straight to appointment on his calendar?
So,
or both?
For me, the best success has been cold calling. I'll cold call and I'll be like, listen, I got an offer for your business, blah blah blah, and then they'll be like, all right, sure, and I'll pitch it to them. I'll be like, I need just 5 seconds. I'll pitch it to them. The conversation ends up being 10 minutes, and then I'm like, listen, if you want, I can book this call for you. Because then once you send them the link, that's kind of when things start to fall off. I'm like, I'll book it for you. I'll send you a video once
it's booked.
All of that. And for me, it's I ask the same old question. It's fine. I don't mind doing that. As far as like DM outreach and shit like that, I feel like
it's not working.
I haven't. For me, it hasn't worked. For me, it has been working.
I got you. So we got to work on what's working. If the cold call is working, that's not a VA job, because they're But if it's a message that you're getting the lead from, if there's a process of getting the leads and then you're calling them, I would just take out the thing that you hate the most. So if it's like going to find the leads and prospecting those, and then are you calling them off the number you get?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
And I mean, we've had success with DMs too, but it's just, I feel for me, since I've been doing all of it, I feel as though I can do the most volume if I prospect, get them on the phone right away. Instead of, I prospect.
What's the prospecting look like? Is it like you're getting a name, number, and email, and then you're calling it? Or are you messaging them on LinkedIn per se, and they give you their number, then you call them?
So if I message them on LinkedIn, it's it's a completely different process that stays within that message.
Yeah, exactly.
But this website, bark.com, these, life coaches, wellness coaches, they post their offer, and then I'll just, go onto their website. It takes me like 5 seconds to find their phone number. I'll give them a call and be like, listen, I saw your website, like your offer. I have a pitch for your business. Give me 5 seconds of your time, or you can hang up right now. And then.
So you need more people doing that. I see. That's probably not a VA job. I was thinking that it could be. You could have a VA get all the leads for you, go out and do all that prospecting. If that's the part that you don't like, I would replace that. I cut that out immediately. Have a VA go get 100 a day of those, and then you just make the calls. And then you start to add around you on the call team. You may not want to cold call anymore. What do you think it really is that you want to get out, pull yourself out of? Is it the cold calling? Because that's easy to pull out. The prospecting, or the setting, like where you're talking to them?
I don't mind. I really don't mind any, I don't hate one more than the other. I just hate doing all three of them,
Exactly. So it doesn't, none of it matters, right? You just got to ask yourself what it is for you that you really enjoy, and then remove yourself from the one you do every single time. I don't think a cold call, I think if you have that skill, you keep that in right now, and you can bring on one or two people around you to just watch you and then train them up
Yeah.
on it. But you also don't want to bring somebody on who has to do all of it because you hate it too. And so let's segment it out. I'd go to your boss and be like, hey, I wouldn't call him your boss, your business partner, sorry. And I would be like, hey, I want to bring on this person. This is what it's going to cost. This is what it's going to do. And maybe it's your business, so maybe you make some money off of it too. I don't know. It's going to be $500 a month to bring this person on. And what they're going to do is they're just going to go all day for 30 days a month, 20 days a month. They're going to create us a list of people to call. And then I'm going to also bring on some commission-only setters, and we're going to blow this list up. And I need, and maybe it costs you 500, and maybe you say, hey, I need 1,000 a month to do this. Can you add that on as like a base pay for me? And then what we'll do is the 20% will stay the same. If I get a setter that does it, we'll dish them a little bit of wins, and then if I do it, then I'll just take all the 20% or however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Is that making sense? I would segment out the things that you do repetitively and replace yourself. You don't want to keep doing some shit you don't like.
Yeah.
You'll kill yourself.
Yeah, it feels like it.
But also know, just stay in the dirt with it. You're so new with this, bro. When did you start? Last November, maybe September?
Yeah,
December,
somewhere
somewhere
around
around there, in the fall last year, maybe. Just you're so new. We have people on our team all the time like, what's next for me? Nothing's next. Just doing this better. Like tripling your income doing the same stuff. Is what you want to do. And having better skill, actually working less hard, making more money.
Yeah.
So we can get you, what we'll do is I'll get with Carl, our placement. Did he reach out to you?
Yeah, he did. I was talking to him yesterday.
It's going to be a little bit harder for us with cold calls, but if you can sell the shit out of them, be like, bro, you want to sell the opportunity when you get into this thing. Do you remember I messaged you and told you how to do a group interview?
Yeah.
Take that shit. Take like 5 people and be like, and follow those steps.
Okay. Yeah, I can use setters from, like the ones that that you guys have been training.
Yeah. So they may work. We can get you an interview set up, and then you just got to go in there and just be like, look, here's the opportunity, guys. It's this. If you come in and work, it's not the most comfortable thing, but your skill is going to grow a ton. And if you do this right, I can almost guarantee you're going to make more money than you thought possible.
Yeah. And I was talking to Carl about that too. I was talking to Carl about that a little bit. He was like, because I mentioned, I was like, listen, I know that you guys are mainly, selling like an inbound appointment setting course. That completely. And he was like, yeah, man, listen, we can find people, and he kind of talked a little bit about the group interview, and if you want to like train them as far as the outbound skills and like, kind of what it is that you do differently than just taking, inbound, then, he said, we can do that too. And I was like, I think that you'd probably be the best course of action. So.
Yeah. The key is framing, like in this interview, you're going to have people that want leads coming in. And they will have that if you get a VA that goes out there and gives you names and numbers. It's just going to be a little more cold and warm. But you want to frame it like it's going to be uncomfortable, but you're going to see the most growth, and the potential is crazy, right? And so you just want to sell the shit out of it in a good way.
Yeah. The
opportunity. And you want to be that attractive character, which you are, man. You look great. You want to be somebody that people want to be around. Like, fuck, I want to work with this dude, Matt. Like, he's a cool dude. Like, he obviously knows what he's doing. He's successful. I got to get closer to him. Like, we're trying to build the Avengers, like I said. You need to be like an attractive character in this digital closing world. Be an attractive character. Put yourself out there. Make content. Then, like, I want to get next to this guy. And then you just attract your own content. It just comes to you attract your own team. They just come to you naturally. That's kind of how this happened. You know what I mean? And there's less, the people who really want to be with you and grow with you just ultimately flow to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So let's do that. Let's work on getting you a couple people. I don't think you need more than 2. I think you need the right 2. You could start with a few more and then get them off. You want to hire quick and fire quick. They ain't doing it, get them off.
Yeah,
How are
absolutely.
you tracking your KPIs, like your performance? Or are you not doing that very well?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't been doing that. I have not been doing that very well at all.
I got the
I mean, like
solution for you.
we're trying to do, but
I got a solution for you. This
let
website,
me hear it.
Closerlink.io. We're building it out. It's rough right now, like it's in beta.
Yeah.
I bet. So Closerlink.io, you can go on there. It's free, and you can track your KPIs. You can literally build out everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
So like, how many calls did you make? You can make different groups, and then basically you can track your team's production. You can also hire people on there. So all of our setters and closers are going on there, but we're gonna hook you up, and like Carl's gonna get you an interview and try to
Okay.
get you some people that are aligned with what you're doing. Um, but you can also go on there and find some setters and closers. But more importantly, you can track your team's production. If you don't know your numbers, like, so you're making 6K a month doing what you're doing right now. If you doubled what you're doing right now, you would go to 12K a month, relatively easy. But you may not know what you're doing. So
Yeah.
make sure you're tracking that and you have your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know where the hell you're headed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm on the website right now. So I would tell us a little bit about you. I'm going down as a business, right?
Yeah, going as a business because you're going to be managing people. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I'll get
Yeah.
this set up right after this call then.
If you have questions, just hit me there. I have another Instagram, so like that's why I've been kind of slow. Like we have like 3 different Instagrams we've been juggling as far as like for our lead generation. But what are y'all doing a month right now? So you probably did like 30K last month or two
Yeah.
15s? Okay.
Roughly that. Roughly that.
That's really impressive to pull two $15,000 deals out of thin air. Meaning like you created it, you said it, you know, you're just like really that skill you have is very valuable. If you can figure out a way to package it and bring it to other companies, you'll dick the industry. The problem is duplicating yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And like another thing about this guy too is he has, he's able to give people like, he's able to do financing for people. So it's like even if these people don't have the money, it's like, yeah, we can basically get you like a low interest loan, and people are just like,
Oh yeah,
okay.
easy, easy. Let's do it. There's no reason
Yeah.
not to do it if they think it's gonna work. So
Exactly.
love it, bro. Matt, I appreciate your time, man. Let's work on that.
I
Keep me
appreciate it,
updated.
bro.
Yeah, keep
I
me
appreciate
updated.
it.
I love hearing like your story. I think I want to see your growth over the next year because you're not even a year into it. It probably feels like in the internet space, it feels like you're like probably like
Bro,
20 years old, but you're like,
ever, bro. I feel like a seasoned vet, bro.
bro, it's so slow. Like the real world goes by so slow. Like the online space, a month is like a year. It really
Yeah.
is. So you're in it. You're a vet, but you're also like, if you really looked at it, you're so new with this, and just stick. I know you don't need this talk right now because you're doing really well, but just
But I want to do better, man. I
I
want to
know,
do so much better.
I
And
know.
I know that like I'm just a few missing pieces away from getting to a big from like to like the next step to like that next level.
Yeah. Are you doing
So
personal development?
yeah, man, I've gotten pretty big into like growing my mind, growing myself.
That's it. That's all it is.
Like the past like I think honestly the past like 3 months once I started to like make some money, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I
The
like this.
the real growth comes when you grow. And so
Yeah,
I didn't make a dime until like I really started growing myself. And so as you
yeah,
grow, you'll grow. I think we did like 140K last month. It's okay. Like we've actually had bigger months, but that's possible for you too. I didn't think if you were to go back to me 5 years ago, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like I'll jump off a cliff for that shit. Now it just feels normal. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so that would be my thing to you is, and I don't say that to brag. I'm just saying that like, hey, it feels small to
Not,
me
bro.
now.
You're building an empire, bro.
Yeah, it feels very small to me right now, and for one reason or another. And so I say that just say it may feel big to you. Just go for it. Open up your awareness. Now I really believe multi-millions a month, 5 million a month is possible.
Yeah,
I gotta grow myself into it, and then grow the business into it, and get everybody around me better, and hire better people, bring on more talent. That's all it is.
absolutely.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you, Matt, man. If you need something, DM me. You know where to find me. Let's get you some setters. I would run that play. Replace yourself in any place that you can, that you don't like, make your job a little bit easier, and then do what you do really well, and then start to train talent within that pocket that you do really well. If you can duplicate that, offer it as a service, I'll hire you. The company you work for will hire you. You go to 50,000 other companies and they'll all hire you. If you can create clients out of thin air without ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's no words, bro. Honestly,
I hope I'm of some value. Like, we try to be as much as possible, and just lean on me, man. If you need something, let me know. We'll support you.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Have a great day, man.
You too.
Let me know if you need something. See you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.